minutes on the one. Breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Win.
After seeing its reputation battered during the COVID pandemic more often than not, the Centers for Disease Control is pressing the reset button. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky announcing today a shakeup following a recent review of the agency to make them better able to respond quickly to emerging health emergencies, she says, as opposed to their usual focus on collecting and analyzing data. Now, some of those changes are already in the works. They include revamping CDC websites to make their health guidance more clear, restructuring the agency's communications office, getting rid of some layers of bureaucracy, and undoing a few changes to the CDC chain of command made during the Trump administration. Walensky adds that the agency needs to acknowledge its mistakes dating back to the earliest days of the pandemic, back when a more aggressive response could have slowed the spread of the virus, she says. Now, those mistakes happened under Walensky's predecessor, but the CDC has weathered some criticism more recently as well for its response to monkeypox and other health threats. Walensky says the overhaul is a CDC initiative and was not directed by the White House. The families of survivors started it all to honor those lost on 9/11, but now, as we told you yesterday, the 9/11 Tribute Museum has run its course.
Stephen Kern was giving the last tour before the Tribute Center closes its doors. He's been informing visitors since 2010.
And they all say the same thing, how much it meant to them to have a tour that's not just factual, but also experiential.
Kern escaped the North Tower from the 62nd floor, and he is a survivor of the 1993 bombing. Visitors like Simona from Italy wanted to be here.
Yeah, I know the story, but maybe not the real story.
The fall off of visitors and funding made it tough going. Exhibits will go to the State Museum in Albany, with coordinating materials online. Julia Papa, 1010 Win in Lower Manhattan.
Win's News Time 244. The NYPD has released security camera video of some of the suspects who allegedly broke into a Flushing body shop in the middle of the night last month and swiped 5 cars. Investigators say 5 people got into a window at Essential Auto Care on 73rd Place, then got their hands on several sets of keys inside and just drove off with the vehicles, and happened on July 31st. Authorities have already recovered 4 of the cars and arrested someone who was inside one of them when it was found. A gray 2018 BMW 5 Series is still missing, though. You can see that video footage at 1010wins.com. Police looking to make an arrest after a vicious attack outside a Bronx eatery last week.
I'm here at the Fuego Típico Diner, usually open most of the day. It's shut down now here in the middle of the day. Grand Concourse, East 188th Street, following Friday night's altercation at 10:45, where a 52-year-old man had just left the restaurant. The man was then followed by another guy who stopped to put on gloves first before he bashed the man in the face, sending the victim flying to the pavement. And that impact was so bad it left him with a fractured skull and bleeding on the brain, where he's in critical but stable condition at Jacoby all these days later. And the NYPD says there was no prior altercation or even any words between the two men before this happened. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins in Fordham Heights.
Oh, that grand jury looking into election interference in Georgia is hearing from Rudy Giuliani today. That story just ahead.
Hey everyone, it's Kenny Mayne, the host of Hey Maine, the Kenny Mayne Talks to Famous People podcast. Made a list of people we thought would say yes, and most of them did. Not going to call out the others who didn't. Actually, what the others do mainly is don't answer. So not really saying no. So really, our potential audience for guests and for listening audience is the whole planet. No one really has said no. So we want you to find it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. Sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. 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 Reese's.
Meet Ruth, the amazing vitamin